Mr. Les Barclay.
I've timed it. I should be able to manage in 5. I've got a slideshow. Which? Right. Okay. Ready to start? Okay. So thank you, Mayor and Council, for allowing me to share my thoughts and ideas briefly with you tonight. I've also distributed a complimentary handout that goes with, but it's not identical to the presentation. So I'll start with a brief review of the last 6 months as I see it. So it began with a presentation. I made a proposal 6 months back to City Council to increase public engagement in the democratic process in Nanaimo. It was pretty much ignored, and I felt the Mayor's disdain when I made that presentation. Since then, closed meetings, actually in Nanaimo they're not closed meetings, they're called special open meetings, have continued unabated. The core review was pretty much shut out from the public. There wasn't much public participation or input in that. The committee system since the autumn has been shut down. So this is not good. However, we do have a new broom. Ms. Sammer is not here tonight, and she has been doing some sweeping, and I'm hopeful but wary. Conflict has also continued unabated. We had it just last Monday. Not quite as bad as this. I think this is Taiwan, but we still do have that occurring. Most distressing at times, I sense an unwillingness to see or to hear, to consider systemic flaws in our system here in Nanaimo. So the problem, as I see it, there's 3 elements. There's the uncertain and long wait to ask a question. Just last Monday, Mr. Taylor had to wait until 11:05. He was the sole person to ask a question, and this is difficult for many parents with children that cannot stay up that late and you can't predict. The second problem is the difficulty in communicating with council, whether it's telephone tag, and I know I argued with the mayor about that last November, or the email dysfunction that Councillor Kipp has spoken about, or dead letters that are sent and receive no replies. I'm not the only one who experiences that. And very seriously, we have the problem of voter disengagement. 3/4 to 2/3 of electors do not participate in municipal elections, even more between elections. We have a very meager crowd out tonight and most nights at our council meetings. A cynic might suggest that it only takes 6,400 votes to win a seat on council, and that is a mere 10% of voters, and so you only need to engage 10% of voters. But I'm not a cynic. That's not my idea. So I'm proposing a solution, and that would be that we have a form of a community open forum, a regular forum. This definition of forum, you can read that. And I think what's important about this, go back here, is that a forum serves as a sort of relief valve. It maintains a democratic balance. If you don't have something like this, you get the social media that Councillor Kipp complains about, you get people protesting, you get people gossiping. It's exclusive rather than inclusive. So why we need to do something like this? Well, real open is better than closed. The public wants it. Councillors are overwhelmed. You know that full well. There is too much top-down communication. I don't buy, we keep informing the public more and more. No, that is just one-way communication. I think fostering greater engagement requires genuine effort and platforms. Victoria has a public engagement strategy. They had, back in 2009, a commission that looked at that and created policies to increase public engagement. There are models of open and citizen-engaged government, such as Victoria. And the communication plan and strategic plan supports this. Your own guiding principles from 2014 refers to listening to citizens that want to be heard. The strategic plan, which I hope will get revised and updated, refers to community engagement and participatory democracy based on effective consultation and open communications. So what it is I'm proposing would be a monthly forum for citizens to ask concise questions at a convenient and fixed time. It might be they watch the video the week before and then want to ask a question, so they can do so, not waiting until 11 o'clock. And it's a message that encourages input and participation. How it would occur is a citizen would add his name or contact information simply to a piece of paper at the start of the meeting. And three minutes for the question, 3 minutes for the answer. There would be follow-up as required from council or from the city staff. And priority would go to questioners who have not recently asked a question of council. Who? This would be for any citizen of Nanaimo with a question or a statement. Where? Here, but alternative sites quarterly or biannually could be considered, and I think should. When? First, only 45 minutes, 60 minutes. First regular council meeting each month. There are precedents. Saanich has a wonderful model, I think. They also have questions at the beginning in West Vancouver, North Vancouver, Trail, White Rock, even Saint-Lambert, I think it is, in Quebec. So to finish off, Mayor and Council and staff, it's up to you. I'm sure you'll find reasons why not to do this. Democracy is not always tidy and neat. Our Prime Minister once envied China's system of government for this reason. But citizen-engaged democracy is the most just and, I would argue, the most effective system of government. Thank you. I'll welcome any questions.
Councillor Ford.